Plato believed most men are not free, not because they live under kings, not because they are chained in prisons, but because they cannot rule themselves. They are captives of illusion, slaves to their appetites, prisoners of their own ignorance. This is Plato's hidden law of power. If you cannot rule yourself, you will always be ruled by others. Plato painted a haunting image of mankind. Imagine a dark cave. Inside it, people are chained from birth. They cannot move. They cannot turn their heads. Before them dances a wall of shadows cast by firelight behind them. Figures move, objects pass, but the prisoners see only their distorted silhouettes. They take these shadows for truth. This is the condition of the masses. Men mistake illusions for reality. They cling to appearances, never questioning what lies beyond the cave wall. Even today, the cave surrounds us. Screens, slogans, distractions. Shadows that keep men from thinking deeply. Most never escape. They remain comfortable in their chains. Plato drew a line between two kinds of people, the many and the few. The many live in darkness. They are satisfied with shadows. They crave entertainment, pleasure, and ease. They want to be ruled, because ruling themselves requires strength they do not have. The few, the philosophers, are those rare souls who break their chains, turn their heads toward the light, and walk painfully out of the cave. The journey blinds them at first. Truth is painful, but once they adjust, they see reality as it is, and they can never return to ignorance. These are the ones who rise above, the ones who see through illusion, the ones who cannot be ruled. But Plato's law runs deeper. Freedom is not only about escaping the cave, it is about conquering the inner self. Plato divided the soul into three parts: reason, spirit, and appetite. Reason seeks truth. Spirit seeks honor and courage. Appetite seeks pleasure and desire. Most men are ruled by appetite. Their lives are dictated by hunger, lust, envy, fear. They serve impulses without question, and in serving them, they serve others who exploit those impulses. But the man who allows reason to rule the soul, who tames his appetites and masters his impulses, that man becomes a ruler of himself. His spirit obeys reason, his appetite is disciplined, and his soul becomes ordered, harmonious, and powerful. This is Plato's hidden law. Power begins when reason sits on the throne of the soul. Plato carried this law into politics. He asked, who should rule a city? Not the wealthy, not the ambitious, not the masses. For Plato, only the self-mastered could master others. Only those who had ruled their own inner kingdom could be trusted with the kingdom of men. This was the vision of the philosopher king, a ruler who did not chase power for himself, but who had transcended appetite and sought only truth. Plato warned that democracy, when ruled by the appetites of the masses, was destined to collapse. For when desire rules, chaos follows. And so his radical claim stood: the strongest ruler is not the conqueror of nations, but the conqueror of self. Plato's vision was not a relic of ancient Athens. It is a mirror of our present world. Look around. Distraction rules, consumption rules, appetite rules. Men live in digital caves, watching endless shadows on glowing walls. Most cannot govern their desires. They are addicted to approval, enslaved by money, obedient to every impulse planted within them. And because they cannot rule themselves, they are ruled by those who can. Politicians, corporations, manipulators of appetite. The hidden law still decides who has power. The few who master themselves become rulers. The many who do not remain slaves. Plato's warning echoes across centuries. The greatest battle is not fought on fields of war, but within the soul. If you cannot conquer appetite, illusion will conquer you. If you cannot master yourself, others will master you. This is why most men never rule themselves. They live and die as prisoners, chained in caves they never escape. But for those who dare, those who fight to let reason rule, those who walk toward the light, the law is clear. They will not only rule themselves, they will rise above all others, because power begins where self-mastery begins.